What is going on, my Padawans? MasterZane back again with another team building video for the Draft League, the LOL, the Little Oppressors League. And today we are going over the team we are having against Edge. This is week 5. We are currently 3-1. Let's go over his team real quick. We've got a Lando T, Entei, Conkeldurr, Megasceptile, Vaporeon, Absol, Slurpuff, Duraludon, Moltres, Mesprit, Muck, Alolan Muck, and Swellow. Don't ignore these nicknames. It's kind of my team building process that I was using there, keeping tabs on some things. But anyway, let's get into our team. This is a very important week for us. We need to win this week. Edge is, I believe, he's 2-2 coming into this week, so this is a big game for us. We don't want to fall behind too far, especially since playoffs are not too far away. This is over the halfway point of the season, so we want to make sure that we are doing well these last few weeks. To start off our team, we have got our shiny Choice Banded Urshifu, running a U-Turn, Surging Strikes, Close Combat, and Aqua Jet set. Running a Jolly set. This speed is going to allow us to outspeed, I believe it's Landorus Therian. Let me just check that real quick. I believe that's what it is. Yes, 309 is what Lando T maxes out at if it is not Scarfed. There is a possibility that he does bring Scarf Lando T. However, I think it makes a little bit more sense for him to bring defensive against my team. So we are running this Urshifu set. This thing kind of runs through a lot of his team. One of the biggest things that we have to be careful about, though, is the Vaporeon. The only thing, though, is that Close Combat does a lot to the Vaporeon, so that is kind of nice. I'm going to pull his team up on my other computer really quick just so I can see kind of what's going on. Oh, just kidding. I'm not going to be able to do that. Let me just get one more good look at his team so I don't have to keep doing this. So the other thing, too, is the Megasceptile. We really can't outspeed that thing, and it's going to hit us and kill us with pretty much anything it wants to do. So that's going to be something to look out for as well. This is one of our main checks to Moltres. He has not brought Moltres to any battles yet, so we are trying to make sure that even if he does bring it to this one, which would be also his week 5, we want to make sure that he is not completely beating us with Moltres. It's also nice against his Alolan Muck. That thing is a specially defensive wall, so we want to make sure that we have something that is hitting it very hard. Surging Strikes does a lot against his team, and then Aqua Jet's there for that late game cleanup if we really need it. So that is our Urshifu running another Choice Band set. Hopefully it's not too easy to see coming, but alas, we will run it anyway. Next up, we've got our Ferrothorn, running a Rocky Helmet, Stealth Rock, Leech Seed, Gyro Ball, Knockoff. We are running a specially defensive Ferrothorn this week. Looking at his team, Ferrothorn doesn't do extremely well against his team. He does have a lot of Fire-type coverage that he can bring. However, this is really nice against the Vaporeon, which is the hard counter to our Urshifu. So these two things kind of just go together very well, and we wanted to have both of those as options. This is a fairly defensive team this week, besides the Urshifu and what you'll see later with the Braviary. But we do want to make sure that we can take some hits. In regards to the fully specially defensive, the Entei is going to kill us whether we like it or not. And pretty much all of his other physically offensive mons aren't going to be hitting this thing for 2-Kos anyway. So we're doing this in regards to our special defense, just because we do need that specially defensive mon to be able to tank some hits. And also the fire types like Moltres and Entei, that are going to just obliterate Ferrothorn, Urshifu is a really good counter for that. The only thing, though, with Urshifu is it does not outspeed his Entei, so we do have to be wary of that. Although Entei really doesn't hit us very hard at all. Even if it is Choice Band itself, it's not going to be doing a whole lot of damage. And if it is Adamant, it will not outspeed us, so that is nice. We are running Rocky Helmet just for his physically attacking Fire-type moves, because that's going to hurt him really hard. We also have Leech Seed for our main recovery, and we're also running Stealth Rocks, because Stealth Rocks are going to be pretty important in this match. If I can get a little bit of chip on pretty much everything, then we're going to be good to go with Urshifu. Actually, the one crazy thing is that Conkeldurr, after Rocks, we have options to clean it up. Urshifu can KO Conkeldurr after Rocks, depending on the set, as well as Braviary here too. So Leech Seed Stealth Rock's going to be very important. We're having Knockoff here just in case he has a Scarf Mesprit. Scarf Mesprit kind of messes with us, besides the Clay Doll, but he can run coverage for that, so we want to make sure that that thing's not just completely obliterating our team. It also helps us to be able to knock off leftovers on the Vaporeon, as well as whatever the Lando T has. So that is our Ferrothorn for this week. Next up is Megasceptile, running a workup set this week with Energy Ball, Dragon Pulse, and HP Ice. This one is a pretty easy. This one's a pretty easy one to build. We do have a couple of options to set up on. One of those is going to be. Let me just make sure I get this right. Vaporeon is one of those things. If it runs Ice Beam, that's good prep on his part. However, I don't think he's going to be running Ice Beam. So if we do have the opportunity to set up on the Vaporeon, then we can. So that is nice. And I believe, let me check this really quick, but the max speed, it's not for Electric, because we outspeed that thing anyway. I believe this is for a Scarf Mesprit. Yes, so base 80 speed, all of his base 80s will be outsped even if they are scarfed. So Scarf Mesprit Timid maxes out at 426, and we get just above that at 427. So that is super nice for us. Energy Ball Dragon Pulse does a lot of the work. Dragon Pulse actually KOs Duraludon after Rocks every time. It actually has a chance to kill Duraludon, which is really crazy that its special defense is that garbage. But then we've also got HP Ice for that Landorus Therian. This thing is kind of our late game sweeper. It's not going to do extremely well against everything unless everything already has chip damage on it. So that's another reason why Rocks are going to be so important. So that is our Megasceptile. Next up, we are running a dual status Weezing, much like we did in, I think, week 2. This time we're running a stall set. This is a defensive Weezing. Defensive Weezing does very good against his physically offensive Mons. And then this little bit of special defense is here to help us with, I believe it's either Duraludon or Mesprit. And then we're running a little bit of speed just in case we need to outspeed some things. Run and Protect. There's a lot of things that can 2-ko Weezing. However, after Black Sludge and a Protect, it will be a 3-ko at that point. So if we can get a Toxic off on some things, then we can kind of Toxic Stall a little bit. Sludge Bomb also does very well against the Slurpuff, which is very important for us. And the Will-O-Wisp is also there for the physically offensive mons that it has. So that's our Weezing. Next we got a Choice Scarf Braviary, bringing this one back. This actually does very well against its team. It's here for mainly it's mainly here to clean up as well. This thing will Speed Tie with Choice Scarf Mesprit. Bravebird does really well against this team. U-turn action along with U-turn on Urshifu is really nice as well. And then Bravebird, close combat is here for, I think, the Duraludon and maybe one more thing. But Bravebird is mainly the thing we're going to be clicking. Rock Slide's there for Moltres alone. Pretty much Bravebird is our move. Not too afraid of... not too afraid of most of his things with Braviary. This is kind of going to be our win con, I think. If Urshifu doesn't pan out, then Braviary is going to be our mon to kind of win this game. And that's also leading us into our last one, which is going to be our Claydol. So we are having Claydol for the first time this week. We're running a Calm Mind, Dual Stab, Teleport Claydol, running physically defensive, and a little bit of speed just in case he has uninvested on his 75s. So Teleport is there so that we can take a hit and possibly go into one of our sweepers. This is the first time I've ever running Teleport, which is a little bit nerve-wracking, but alas, we're doing it anyway. I thought about running a Choice Banded or Life Orb Lycanroc. However, I looked at it and Braviary does everything better than Lycanroc, so that's why we're bringing Braviary this week. I thought about running Rapid Spin instead of Teleport, and I might change that at the end, right before, but as far as it goes, I think Teleport's going to give us a little bit more momentum so that we can take that hit and then get into something different. Earth Power Psychic is good enough for the coverage, however, we do need to Calm Mind up for it to be effective. So there are a few things that we can set up on. One of them is the Landorus Therian. Barring a knockoff, really, we can set up on that. Entei we can set up pretty freely on. Vaporeon doesn't really like this one. So there are options, and we're running the leftovers just to have a little bit of recovery in that as well. So that is our team. I'm going to be having this battle very shortly. So hopefully we can get a dub this week and go to 4-1. Because we have some tough matchups coming up in weeks 6 and 7. So pretty big match this week. Got to win this one. And I also have an announcement regarding my team coming up, and I will make that announcement in the actual match video. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and a comment if you did, and I will see you guys very soon. Peace.